is brought to you by the Memory Tag and will be for the WFC Women's Amateur Bantamweight title. Let me introduce first our challenger, representing Performance Martial Arts, Roma Pawelek.
So as Roma Pawelek makes her way to the ring, I'd like to go ahead and introduce our guest for this fight, Cynthia Calvillo. Cynthia, welcome. So Cynthia, you're young in your MMA career, and you were looking to fight on this card, and unfortunately had to pull out. What is it like coming into an event like this and potentially fighting for a title? How do you approach that mentally? And Andre, you fought in a number of title fights here at the WFC in your career. Does your mentality change coming into a fight where a title's on the line?
I think a little bit. The biggest thing fighting for a title is knowing that you're going to go 5-5. And knowing that's a little bit of added pressure. It's a little different than 3-5s, but the belt is just you want to win every fight. The belt is just a little extra incentive. But every fight is tough, and you have to face every fight the same, whether it's a title fight or not. Whatever fight you're about to enter is the most important fight of your life. So although having a belt on the line is a little more incentive, it's the same as every other fight. You have to get ready, you have to do the work, and prepare the same way.
And let me introduce her opponent. She is the reigning West Coast Fighting Championship Women's Amateur Bantamweight Champion, representing MMA Gold Fight Team, Arlene Culbreth.
So we welcome the champion, Arlene Culbreth, out to the ring. Arlene won this fight back at WFC 6, taking on Donna Castro. This is her first title defense. Arlene is really known for her stand-up. She likes to stand in the pocket, and she's very heavy-handed.
She's very down to train. Every fight I've seen her in is very exciting.
And her opponent is Roma Pawelek, coming down from Oregon. Actually, just finished her first year of law school up there in Oregon.
Pretty impressive.
And Roma appears to be a ground fighter, strong takedowns in jiu-jitsu. Looks like a very interesting matchup. Cynthia, how do you approach a fight where you may have one strength and your opponent may have a sort of different strength? What's your mentality looking into a fight?
What I'm really interested in is if Roma Pawelek has traveled to fight before. She's fighting out of Eugene, Oregon, which I know isn't too far, but for a lot of fighters who are 4-0, they're not doing a huge amount of traveling. They're usually fighting pretty locally. And I wonder if that affected her at all to have to travel and get ready for the fight, knowing that she wouldn't have the hometown behind her, knowing that cutting weight and getting ready for a fight, little preparational things are a little different when you're not getting ready for the fight at home and you don't sleep in your own bed the night before the fight. There's little differences, so I wonder if that affected her at all, or we'll see how she comes out today.
Once again, this bout is brought to you by the Memory Tag. Our bout is set for 3 2-minute rounds and will be for the WFC Women's Amateur Bantamweight title. Let me introduce first, fighting out of the blue corner. She stands 5 feet 6, weighing in at 134 pounds even. She has an amateur record of 4-0. From Eugene, Oregon, Roma Pawelek. And let me introduce her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She stands 5 feet 4, weighing in at 134.6 pounds. She has an amateur record of 3-2. From Sacramento, California, and current WFC Women's Amateur Bantamweight Champion, Arlene Culbreth.
Arlene, obviously the fan favorite.
Our referee is Milton Wallace.
A lot of support in SAC. Let's see, here we go. First ladies fight of the night.
So Roma Pawelek in the blue top and digital camo shorts, and Arlene Culbreth in the black and pink of MMA pink.
I think the digital camo, by the way, I think it was pretty sweet.
That's a nice look. Eugene Oregon, not surprising to see green, kind of very interesting scheme.
Right. And right away, Arlene Culbreth is throwing a mix of strikes. We've seen a push kick, inside thigh kick, strong left, straight left, and they are trading. But it looks like Roma ate a couple punches and still went in for that shot. You know, she's not backing down from those punches either. She's trading herself.
Roma did a good job there of using her jab to close distance, but she is
big overhand right.
Eating shots.
Yeah, she's got good power. She's got big power in that hand, definitely. But it looks like Roma coming forward really well, and now she's getting her knee. See her penetrating leg, getting her knee in deep between the legs of Arlene Culbreth, and that's going to help her if she chooses to drop to the hips and get a takedown, which it looks like she's going to do. She's going to attempt to do, I should say.
Yeah, it's an interesting contrast. Roma uses sort of about a 70% punch to try and set up the grappling, the takedown games.
And she takes it back right away. Her head's in bad position. She has to pop her head out, but she has both hooks in, and this looks like she's going to sink something in deep.
And she does, and she finishes with the rear naked choke. Very slick taking of the back by Roma Pawelek.
Very, very slick. She did a great job taking
Very
it back.
Disappointing for Arlene, who was doing very well up to that point.
You know it happens, and it was just a very slick transition from Roma. I was really impressed by that. Took the back, wasted no time going around the neck, and finished the choke up.
Yeah, Roma took some serious shots in that fight, weathered the storm and was able to close distance, and when she did, very slick taking of the back and down and sinking that rear naked choke.
I was really impressed actually how well she did with getting hit and continuing to press forward and throw her punches and get into that takedown.
Yeah, because Arlene's strikes were landing, and we all know that Arlene hits very hard.
Yeah, that was really impressive by Roma. I'm sure Arlene will be back better than ever, but Roma just too technically sound on the ground, it looks like this time, and she'll be a new champion there.
So, Andre, what's it like winning a title? That moment.
It's a pretty incredible feeling to win a fight no matter what, but it feels even better when you have a big stud like our owner, Brandon Ware, here strapping a shiny belt around your waist, too. That's always a good time afterwards. So, you know, especially if it's your first belt, which I'm not sure it is, but the first time I got my first belt, I was very excited. Very excited. I wore it around my house naked, tortured my roommates, wore nothing but my belt for a couple days.
Andre Feely, ladies and gentlemen. So we see some of the highlights here. You know, Arlene definitely working that stand-up very well. Going for an inside leg kick, as we see there. And here we see Roma Pawelek going in for the takedown, using her knee for the position there. This is what led to the finish, her taking the back. So far, we're off to a great start here tonight. We have a new champion already. Looks like we're about to have the official decision and the awarding of the belt. Let's go up to Tim Brown for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, our last bout ends 1 minute and 23 seconds into the first round. Your winner by way of submission and new WFC Women's Amateur Bantamweight Champion, Roma Panther Pawelek.
So there we have it, a new women's amateur bantamweight champion, Roma Pawelek. Cynthia, what did you think of that fight?
So Roma, you came, you saw, you conquered. How did it feel to come out here to Sacramento, away from your hometown, and fight for a belt? Was that nerve-wracking, or how did you deal with that?
Yeah, it was nerve-wracking, but this is a great crowd. Just want to say thank you, West Coast Fighting, for having me. Thank you, Sacramento. Thanks for all my fans that came out and watching. It's a great promotion. I can't wait to be back.
Definitely, and it looked like you hit a few shots, but you did a good job continuing to move forward. Threw some shots of your own and sinked the rear naked choke in. Was that something you worked specifically, or did it just happen naturally?
That kind of just happened naturally. I've been really working on my striking, and thanks to Arlene, that was the toughest opponent I have faced to date.
Very cool.
She just really gave me a good fight.
Well, you handled the challenge very well, and now we have a new champion. Great job. Look forward to see you again. Give her a hand, guys.
The new champion, Roma Pawelek. Cynthia, how do you feel about seeing those two fighters?